All right, Wade Alaroot with Bill O'Reilly. You can find his wisdom at BillO'Reilly.com anytime in detail, every single day of the week. And his great book, The United States of Trump, another great bestseller on the New York Times bestseller list. So go to Amazon and get that. And in the meantime, we're thrilled to have him. Hey, Bill, how are you?
Good, Wayne. Thanks for having me back.
Let's start with a Mike Bloomberg question. The Democrats appear to have nothing. They have no one to beat Trump, despite impeachment. And so is Mike Bloomberg the answer? Could he possibly win the Democrat presidential nomination?
Well, I've known him for many years. I wrote a column just posted on BillO'Reilly.com entitled Mike Bloomberg for President, with a big question mark at the end. So the latest poll has him at 4%. I mean, that's not really fair. It's not been in the fray. The mayor is a very smart man. He's not a warm and fuzzy kind of guy like you are, Wayne. He's not that kind of guy. The Democrats don't want him in the race because he's the poster boy for income inequality. He's another billionaire. Bernie Sanders is going off today. Oh, yeah, billionaires. He's going to buy the election. So I don't see him as a real threat to Joe Biden. That's who Bloomberg would appeal to, Biden people. All right. And I don't at this point, he's not going to campaign in Iowa. He's not going to campaign in New Hampshire. It would be very, very difficult for Bloomberg to get the nomination.
All right. And that brings up when you say a threat to Biden. But my question to you is, isn't Elizabeth Warren the front runner at this point? And even if she's tied or slightly behind, one of two with Biden, my question to you is she electable? I just saw that Mark Cuban came out against her wealth confiscation plan. I saw days ago Bill Gates came out against her plan. Is Elizabeth Warren electable? And do you think she's the front runner?
I don't think she's the front runner. I don't believe the polls this early. So I don't believe she's the front runner. I think she's got an appeal. About 22% of Democrats like her socialistic philosophy. I don't think she could beat Trump unless Trump blows up. And I don't think the money men inside the Democratic Party want Elizabeth Warren, which is why you're seeing Bloomberg get in.
I've argued for years that the Democrats love open borders because that's how they're going to win elections. They're letting millions of foreigners into our country. Finally, the New York Times seems to have admitted that that is the correct assessment. New York Times had an article over the weekend that said that the reason Democrats swept Virginia last Tuesday is a tidal wave of mass immigration. What do you think about that?
I believe that's true. I've said that for many years, that the Democratic Party wants as many foreign nationals to get voting rights in the USA as possible. And that's why they hinder any kind of border security or sane immigration plan. It's no accident that these pinheads on Capitol Hill couldn't pass a fair immigration law. Of course they could, but they don't want to. They like the anarchy. They like all these people coming in. And you've seen California go to a state that elected Ronald Reagan twice for governor to a state that now, I don't know how to describe them. And the state's blowing up. There's no doubt about it. And Virginia is a good example of what used to be a red state that's now a solidly blue state.
Right. And don't forget voter ID, another issue Democrats refuse to acknowledge or accept, even though Mexico has voter ID. I mean, it's crazy. Last question.
Sure.
Rand Paul says President Trump has every right to withhold Ukrainian aid due to corruption. Every right. Your response?
That's true. There is a law that we're not supposed to give foreign aid to countries that are dishonest and misusing the aid. You can debate whether Ukraine was misusing or whatever. But look, this comes down to the Trump people and administration have a defense that's valid, a valid defense for what the president did with Ukraine. So in our system, if you are defending yourself against accusations and your defense is valid, you're acquitted, which he will be in the Senate. So I don't think there's anybody who is disputing that analysis. You may think Trump's guilty of whatever, but he has a defense, and it's a valid defense.
All right. Always great to have Bill O'Reilly on to get his wisdom and his take on things. Bill, thanks for coming on the show.
All right, Wayne, anytime.
You just watched Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news channel. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for breaking news and give us a thumbs up. If you like this video, then share it with your friends. Remember, you can watch Newsmax TV live on YouTube. Newsmax TV, real news for real people.